average, how many students would you say come in late every day?
We average in the first 10 minutes 50 students, and after up into first hour we can average at least 75 kids.
As schools around Waterford-Kettering like Berkeley High School and Novi High School transition to a later start time, we are questioning if this will benefit students at Waterford-Kettering or not.
What the procedure would be to change to a later start time?
Yes, I do. So that would be a district level decision, and hopefully we would involve multiple stakeholders, right? So it's not just about students, even though our research tells us that teenagers need more sleep, which is why many schools are looking at that. But it would be a conversation with our parents and our greater community, because when we start changing high school schedules, we also impact elementary and middle school, and many of our high school students are helping out at home with childcare and things like that for their family members. So we need to be mindful of that. Also, we need to consider things like work schedules for students in addition to sports schedules. So the process and procedure is really pulling all of that information together, having stakeholder groups, focus groups to talk about the impact, because when we make a decision, we need to be thoughtful and mindful of why we're making that decision and then how it impacts all of those other moving parts.
Think a later start time would benefit you as a student or not?
It would benefit you as in a way of being more energized for your classes, but it wouldn't benefit if you have to go to work or practice after school because it's later in the day.
If I'm being completely honest, yes, I do, because I know every day I wake up and I fall asleep on my way to school. Like literally, and whenever I go home from school, I have to take a nap because I'm so tired. So if I were to get a little more sleep every single day, I would also be able to stay up after school to do my homework and get everything done and keep my grades up.
I'm very, 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 very happy about the later start time, because I think that teenagers, they've proven that you guys, your biological clocks have you staying up later. Like, you need to stay up later. It's what your bodies are telling you. And so I think it's great that my kids are going to have the opportunity to sleep in and get more of that 8 to 9 hours of sleep that high school students need.
No, because I think the later you start, the more they're going to want to sleep in, and they're still not going to want to get up any earlier to get here any later.
I think it would make things more difficult for parents at work. Who's going to have to go to work later. It's going to push everything back after school as far as later start times. And like, for example, athletic events, we don't get over with until sometimes 9:30 now, and that would make it even later.
Do you think it will have effect on their grades and how they act in the classroom?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if they're going to improve their grades. I hope so. Yeah, I think actually, you're asking me about my personal children, but I think they've done enough studies to show that the later that you start, the more successful you're going to be in school and high school. So I'm hopeful that my kids will improve their grades as well. But I think overall, most high school students will show an improvement in their grades, yes.